Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, everything in between, Freedom Chef here, just tapping in for a little quick burst, couple of good things, couple of bad things, and all things in between. Elections, we got council elections all over, happening everywhere. There are some amazingly wonderful people running, and I'm excited. We've shown a few of these guys in the paradigm shift. We've got a few more coming up in the next few days. It's brilliant. You don't have to be a full-on libertarian for me to support you in these sort of elections and running for Parliament. But what I do really crave in somebody who is standing is that they're actually honest and principled, and at least if they say something, they're going to back it up. So there's a whole long list of names all over Australia and you'll find me on the Facebook page, just my personal one, or on the Freedom Chef or wherever, and I'm always sharing and liking these guys, and there's a heap of them, and they're not all Liberal Democrats. Some are independents. Up in Queensland there's a couple of an independent guy, not to mention the A1 guys. I'm not a member of A1, but I'll put my hand up. Ricardo and I get along pretty well. We're pretty different, but we do get along pretty well, because I think at the end of the day we look at each other and see two blokes who, despite our differences, want to stick to our guns. And I think that's sorely lacking in politics. So to everybody who's run as a candidate, I know your pain. It's not as easy as people think it is. And if you do get elected, I hope you stick to the things that you've sort of promised your electorates, your councils, your communities. If that's what you've run on, that's what I really hope you stick to, because we need more of that. If you don't get a Guernsey, if you don't cross the line as a winner or loser, that's okay too, because you get this experience from running. Running as a candidate it's a life experience. You get to talk to people, meet people, you're learning constantly. But it's a really good training ground for the next election or the election after. I know some guys who are really green. Not that I'm a seasoned veteran by any stretch of the imagination, but really green guys who, they're just learning to do interviews. They're just learning to talk on camera. They're just learning to meet people in the street and introduce themselves and say, hey, how you doing? I'm Fred. Whatever the name may be. And it takes practice, and it's intimidating, and you know what they say about public speaking being the number one fear for the large majority of people. Obviously I didn't get burdened with that fear. So to those guys who got elected, congratulations. If the results haven't been announced, I'm giving you a pre-congratulations. To the guys who don't get elected, don't disparage. It takes great courage to run. Go back, lick your wounds, work out what you could do better, or what was the difference, what do you need, how do you make it work. But most importantly, stick to your principles, stick to your guns. I mean, if you've got a principle the sky's yellow when it's actually blue, well, you need to probably, use your brain a little bit. But, if you're solid on principle and you've got some facts to back you up, I think it's really important that you continue to try and get involved. It's very important in 2020 in particular, that as many people are community and socially active as possible. Speaking of which, the guys who were protesting in Melbourne today that got arrested and harassed and whatever by Dan Andrews and his Stasi, big thumbs up to you guys down there for still fighting the good fight. Big thumbs down to Dan Andrews and his Stasi, you absolute communists. You get no love from me. You can bash your whole chauffeur up your ass, you blokes. You are an absolute disgrace. To the police who are doing it and saying to themselves that they're just doing their job, give yourselves an uppercut. It's fucking embarrassing. As Australians, I don't care, we don't have a Bill of Rights or anything like that. The reality is we're Australians, we don't need one. Our freedom it comes with being Australians, right? This country was sort of, the modern version of the country was founded on bloody convicts. We were all criminals. We're all free, and we're all gonna fight for that freedom, or we should. Freedom is the most valuable of all in society. Speaking of Dan Andrews and his Stasi, this nonsense about bloody drones being allowed to fly into people's backyards while grand final parties are happening and the like. I'm sorry, but if you think under any circumstances that it's perfectly okay to drive a drone into somebody's yard, that is a massive invasion of privacy, and you can bash that fair up your backside as well. If pedophiles started doing that to kiddie parties, would you have a problem with it? I certainly would. Well, we're on the topic of pedophiles. To the police today, yesterday, you know, the big sting, they've just locked up a whole bunch of sick fucking psychopaths who have been raping and sexually abusing children up in the same area that young bloke that went missing, William Tyrrell, came from. To your credit, now you're doing police work. That's what I want to see you guys do, protecting children from fucking psychos. Okay, that's where you should be doing things. Lock up the pedos, sort them out. Fuck, if you happen to trip, you know, and they fall through a window, I don't see nothing. As far as consenting adults go for your life. Gay marriage, I couldn't care less, right? Consenting adults, do your rabbit thing, however you want to do it, I don't care. Children are not consenting adults. Anybody who takes advantage of these children, I hope you have a really, really shit life. A really, really shit life. And if I can help inflict some of that shitness upon you, more than happy to do it, because you deserve every piece of misery life can possibly fucking heap upon you. So to those coppers involved in that is what police work is. That's what, as a non-happy taxpayer, I'm certainly not a happy taxpayer, but as somebody who is regularly funding this shit along with the rest of the population, I get far better satisfaction out of seeing you guys do real police work than going down arresting people who are marching in the streets in Victoria wanting their freedom. Okay, just for comparison, yeah? People out walking consensually, voluntarily for their freedom, or kids being raped in fucking dungeons. I'd like you to get your priorities in order, and if you do that, I'll probably be a little bit less pissed off with you. So well done to you guys. That's fucking great. So we've had a couple of ups and downs for the day. The Resolution project is going really well. We've got a new apple tree in. The Freedom Puppy ate the fig tree, so I've put the base into the ground. I'm hoping it'll retake. We'll do a tour this week again because snow peas are going batshit. The avocado tree is about to go in. Strawberries are popping up everywhere. That's happening. The Liberland project is furthering, and in really, really big news, we're going to be doing some different shows now. We've worked out. We sat down with my little team this week. We've been discussing all this content that we seem to be creating. I happen to be fortunate enough to have some really fucking A-grade Mickey Mouse people willing to talk to me on camera. I don't know why. It's certainly not because I'm pretty. And we've had some amazing guests. I've got some more amazing guests lined up for Resolute TV and the Paradigm Shift. And we're looking at rolling out a bit more content. Some feedback. One of our mates up in Queensland, David, who I missed your message, and then I kind of, by the time I got around to it, it was like 3 weeks later, and I thought, oh, he's probably over it now anyway. Did listen, man, and we're going to try and cram. We always wanted Resolute to be a variety program with a few different topics and a few different things happening, but it's sort of our original goal of one hour episode with 5 or 6 guests just doesn't seem to be as practical, because we've got to break up the interviews too much. We're in far too much good quality material, so we've sort of got to hack at it a little bit more than we'd like to. So we're going to try and streamline it and add extra programs and do more specials, because fucking why not? Why not? So guys, have a free Friday night. Freedom is always the superior topic. And yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. We'll roll out some more videos. We'll do the Resolution tour if the rain stops. It's smashing down. And yeah, have a few beers and we'll catch up later in the week. Thanks, gang. See you later.